Hey guys, let me tell you a quick story. So when I was in 6th grade, there was this guy that would just beat me up. I mean, it was bullying, and it wasn't so much like verbal or anything. It was just all physical bullying. He would just beat me up, right? And I didn't know how to handle this. But one day I decided that I had just had enough. And I decided before I went to school that as soon as he walks by and punches me in the stomach or whatever he's gonna do, that I'm gonna hit him back as hard as I can. And that's what I did. He hit me and I hit him back. And it started a fight. We got into a fight. And afterward, we were both in the principal's office. And I remember the principal saying to me, he said, "Garrett, you're usually a pretty well-behaved student, so I'll tell you what. I'm gonna forgive this. I'm gonna have mercy on you. So just go on your way." And the other guy, he got a couple days of detention. And I was like, well, gee, thanks, but that doesn't change anything for me. That really doesn't help me. In fact, if you would expel me from this school, you would be doing me a favor to get me away from this guy. Because all I could think was, as I was walking out of the office, was like, okay, I'm forgiven, but now this guy's gonna come after me even worse. I'm gonna get beat up even worse because I got him in trouble. And I was right. ID came after me even harder and hit me even harder and made it his mission to beat me up every day. And finally, an end did come to it. An end did come. Finally, I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna fight this guy again. I'm not gonna hold anything back. And I did. And I beat him up pretty good. And that's what put an end to it. And actually, story for another time, we actually became friends the next year. But my point in this story is that, guys, that was my version of the gospel for a long time, is what that principal said to me. It was just simply, okay, yeah, Jesus came and died on the cross, was crucified, so that your sins can be forgiven. And that when you die, you can go to heaven because this was the atonement. You've been reconciled to God. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, so when I die, things will get better. And it left me in a mindset of my hope was in death. Not even in Jesus. My hope was in death. It was like, when I die, then I won't be in this pain anymore. The pain of my heart. All the things, all the lies, the woundedness, the experiences, the disappointments that have just left me in this crippled state. When I die, that's when I won't be in this pain anymore. And that's not true, because finally I heard the rest of the gospel. Not just the crucifixion, but also the resurrection and the ascension and what that means for me in my life. That Jesus has disarmed all of the things, all the powers of hell, the things of this earth that could cause us harm. He's disarmed them. Now, if someone had came along and made it to where this guy couldn't punch me anymore, well, that would have changed things for me. But that's what Jesus did. And that's the good news, guys, is that we don't have to stay the same way than we were before. We can put off the old and take on the new. Guys, we have truly been liberated and set free. And we don't have to wait to die to go to heaven. Yeah, there's great things to come, the making of all things new. But we don't have to die and go to heaven to be healed of the heartbreak, of the pain of our heart that we're in. Oh, and by the way, the same power that Jesus conquered this world with and all powers of hell, he's given to us to live as conquerors of this world, a child of the Most High King, Guys, we are free indeed. And that is the good news. And I just want to share with you too that I've been pressing into healing. I've been leaning into Jesus for healing. And I've gotten so much remarkable healing in my life. And I'm still being healed. I'm still leaning in and pressing in. And I'm still being healed. But Jesus doesn't want to wait until you die and are with him in heaven to set you free, to set your heart free from all of the pain that cripples you. That's available to us right now. That is the rest of the story. That's the rest of the gospel. And that is the good news. That, no, it's not when we die that things change for the better for us. It's right now. It's right now that things change. And that's where we can live. So guys, let me know, what does that look like for you in your life? To live from that gospel today. What does that look like? Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to talking to you guys and seeing you guys again soon.